Welcome to the Risk Wheelhouse, the podcast where we navigate the ever-changing seas of risk management and technology. Join your hosts, Ori Wellington and Sam Jones, as they steer you through the latest trends, insights, and strategies shaping the future of integrated risk management. Ready to chart a course towards success? Hop aboard and let's set sail into today's deep dive.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into this whole integrated risk management thing.
IRM, yeah.
IRM. Seems like it's unavoidable these days.
It's true. It's everywhere you look.
It is. Every day there's a new article about digital transformation or AI going rogue or, cyber attacks.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It is a lot to keep up with. The old ways of, approaching risk management just aren't really working the way they used to.
Right.
And that's where IRM comes in, trying to connect all those dots. Like you said, the AI, the cyber threats, even things like autonomous vehicles and how they all kind of play together in this, frankly, messy, interconnected risk landscape.
So it's kind of like we're playing a high-stakes game of Jenga where the pieces keep, changing shape in front of us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a great way to put it, constantly shifting. But luckily, we've got some people to guide us.
Hopefully.
Today, we're looking at this report from Wheelhouse Advisors.
Thanks.
They're kind of like these, Sherpas of the risk management world. They really know their stuff. And they put together this framework they call IRM Navigator to help businesses get a grip on all this risk.
Okay, so IRM Navigator, what's the main idea?
Really, at its heart, IRM is about shifting from this siloed approach to risk management to something much more holistic. It's about breaking down those departmental walls and getting everyone on the same page when it comes to, managing the things that could trip us up.
Yeah, so instead of having different departments handling their own little risk bubbles, it's about bringing everyone together under, one big risk umbrella.
Exactly. And Wheelhouse Advisors, with their IRM Navigator framework, they emphasize 4 key objectives that you really need to succeed in this kind of environment.
Sure.
Performance, resilience, assurance, and compliance. Think of them as the 4 pillars holding up your risk management strategy.
I like it. So it's not just about avoiding disaster anymore. It's about thriving in the face of uncertainty.
Yeah, you really hit the nail on the head. Performance is about making sure those risks don't, stop you from achieving your goals.
Right.
And really understanding which risks could throw you off course.
And so being strategic, not just reactive.
Absolutely. And that's where resilience comes in. You've got to build shock absorbers into your business because when something goes wrong, and it will, you need to be able to recover quickly.
That makes sense. So we've got performance staying on track and resilience bouncing back from setbacks. What about assurance? What's that about?
Assurance is all about confidence. Confidence that your risk management processes are actually working. It's about being able to show stakeholders that you've got things under control.
Right. So you can back up your claims with evidence.
Exactly. And that brings us to that final pillar, compliance.
Right.
The rules of the game are always changing, but in an IRM framework, compliance isn't just about checking boxes. It's about weaving those requirements into how you do business.
So compliance, that actually makes your risk management stronger.
Yeah, and that's what's so great about a truly integrated approach. You're not treating these 4 pillars, performance, resilience, assurance, and compliance, as separate things. They all work together.
Like gears in a well-oiled machine.
Exactly, yeah. And just like with a complex machine, technology plays a really important role in making IRM work. The report talks about 2 main types of IRM tech: point solutions and unified platforms.
Okay, so technology is key.
Yeah.
And you mentioned point solutions and unified platforms. What's the difference?
It's like choosing the right tool, I guess.
Okay.
A point solution is like a specialized gadget. You use it for one thing,
Okay.
like a waffle iron.
Right.
It makes great waffles. You wouldn't use it for everything, though.
Right.
In IRM, a point solution focuses on a very specific risk area. Maybe it's cybersecurity, or maybe it's regulatory compliance, something like that.
So if you've got a very specific problem, you go for the specialized tool.
Right. Now, a unified platform, on the other hand, is more like your smartphone.
Okay.
It might not make waffles, but it does a lot of things well. It keeps everything connected in one place. In IRM, that means managing a broader range of risks, all within a single system.
So if you're new to IRM, a unified platform could be a good way to get a handle on the big picture.
Yeah, often it is. Although, just like some people swear by their waffle iron.
Right.
Plenty of organizations combine both point solutions and unified platforms.
To get what they need.
Yeah, exactly. Find what works. It's all about the right mix.
The right mix, like a balanced breakfast.
There you go. Now, Wheelhouse Advisors, they break this technology piece down into 4 parts: processes, assets, policies, and goals,
Oh.
and they connect each of these to a segment of the IRM market.
Okay, this is where it gets interesting for me. Lay it on me.
Okay, so we've got processes, which lines up with operational risk management, or ORM.
Okay.
Then there's assets, which is linked to technology risk management, or TRM.
Gotcha.
Policies that connects to governance, risk, and compliance, thankfully shortened to GRC.
Right.
And then finally, goals, which is tied into enterprise risk management, or ERM.
Okay, I'm tracking, but let's break that down a little more. What does each one actually mean, and why should we care?
Sure. Let's start with processes, or ORM.
Okay.
This is about managing the day-to-day activities that keep your business going. Things like supply chains, customer service, approvals.
So if something goes wrong in those processes and things grind to a halt, ORM comes in to save the day.
Yeah, that's the idea. It's about finding problems before they become disasters.
Makes sense. What about assets?
Assets, or TRM, that's
Yeah.
all about managing the technology that everything relies on. We're not just talking about laptops and software here either. It's the data, the networks, the connected machinery, anything that could be a risk if something happens to it.
Yeah, because a tech meltdown is a big deal these days.
Yeah.
So ORM keeps the trains running on time, and TRM makes sure the tracks are okay.
That's a great way to put it. What about...
Are you ready to see risk management in action? At Wheelhouse Advisors, we've launched a new YouTube channel dedicated to integrated risk management. You'll find quick explainers, insights from our IRM Navigator research reports, highlights from the Risk Journal, and conversations from the Risk Wheelhouse podcast. We're covering the topics that matter most to executives and risk leaders, from AI governance and cyber insurance to operational resilience and regulatory change. Every video is designed to help you anticipate risks, adapt with confidence, and build resilience in a digital-first world. In our first video, we explain how ISO 42001, the EU AI Act, and the NIST AI Risk Management Framework can work together as a unified playbook for AI risk. Subscribe today at youtube.com/@wheelhouseadv and get the latest insights delivered directly to you. That's youtube.com/@wheelhouseadv. Subscribe now and stay ahead of the risks that matter most.
Policies.
Okay, yeah. Policies.
Policies, or GRC, are your rule book. It's about making sure you're following the rules, whether they're set by regulators, industry standards, your own guidelines.
So no one wants a surprise visit from the compliance police.
Exactly. And GRC, it's not just about avoiding penalties. It's about doing the right thing, building a culture of ethics.
Right, doing the right thing even when no one's watching.
Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least, goals.
Goals, or ERM, this is where you connect your risk management with your larger business objectives. It's about taking that big picture view.
So being proactive, making sure you're not just surviving but thriving.
Exactly. Processes, assets, policies, and goals. They're not isolated. They're all connected.
Like a big game of Jenga. You pull out the wrong piece and it all falls apart. So how do we make sure we're pulling out the right pieces?
That is where the 6 core functional capabilities of IRM technology come in. These are the tools that make IRM work and help you build a really strong risk management strategy.
Okay, so how does this actually work?
Let's dive into those 6 capabilities. Okay, so first you have identification and assessment. It's like you're looking for all those risks hiding in your organization.
So you're not just waiting for risks to pop up. You're going out and finding them.
Yeah, exactly. Because the ones you don't see coming are the ones that really get you.
Yep.
And once you've found the risks, you have to assess them. How likely are they to happen? How bad would it be if they did?
So you know where to focus your efforts.
Exactly. But it doesn't stop there. Risks are always changing, right? That's where monitoring and reporting come in. It's like a radar system, always looking for new problems.
Right, so you can't relax once you've done the initial check. You have to keep watching.
Absolutely. And you have to be able to explain what's happening to the decision makers.
Because a report full of jargon isn't helpful.
Nope, not at all. Now, even with the best risk management, sometimes things still go wrong.
Right, they do. It's inevitable.
And that's when you need incident reporting and response.
So you have a plan for when things blow up.
Exactly. It's about knowing who to call, what to do, how to stop the damage.
Damage control. That's important.
It is. And then you have to figure out how to stop it from happening again. That's mitigation and control remediation.
So you're taking action to head off those risks.
Yeah, maybe you change your security, implement new protocols, something like that.
You have to turn those insights into actions.
Yes, exactly. Then there's quantification and analytics.
The numbers game.
Right.
Yeah.
This is where you use data to make better decisions about your risk management. Like how much will that risk actually cost you if it happens?
Bringing data to the table to make your case.
Exactly. And the last capability is all about connecting the dots across your organization. It's integration and automation.
So risk management is part of everything else.
It has to be. It's all connected. And automation can help streamline things, make them more accurate.
So your team can focus on the big picture.
Exactly. And that brings us back to those trends driving IRM adoption that we talked about before, like digitization, automation, cybersecurity. It all points to a more integrated approach to risk management.
It all comes back to IRM.
It really does.
Yeah.
And the report talks about how different sized companies are approaching this.
Okay, yeah, because one size doesn't fit, all right.
Definitely not. Larger companies often need more complex solutions. They have more resources and systems.
Right.
So they need specialized tools for specific problems.
And smaller companies.
Smaller companies often need something that's simpler, more affordable, something that can manage a lot of different risks without being too complicated.
Like a Swiss Army knife.
Exactly. The report also goes into those 4 segments of the IRM market: ORM, TRM, GRC, and ERM.
Right. Let's recap those.
Okay, so ORM, operational risk management, that's about efficiency in your operations, things like supply chains and environmental health and safety.
Okay. Then there's TRM.
TRM, technology risk management, that's managing risks from technology, cybersecurity, data, privacy, things like that.
When the systems go down, everyone feels it.
That's for sure. And then GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. That's about making sure your organization is following the rules.
Compliance is key.
It is for sure. And lastly, there's ERM, enterprise risk management. That's the big picture view of risk for the whole organization.
Bringing it all together.
Exactly. Now, before we wrap up, did you see the part about the IRM 40?
Yeah, what is that? Some kind of superhero team?
They kind of are, actually, but they fight risk instead of villains. It's Wheelhouse Advisors' list of the top 40 vendors in the industry.
So a who's who of IRM.
Exactly. It's a good place to start if you're looking for solutions.
It sounds like it. Well, we've covered a lot of ground here today. The 4 pillars of IRM, the 6 core capabilities, the market trends, even the IRM 40. It's clear that the world of risk management is changing quickly.
It really is.
So for everyone listening, think about your own work. What could you look at through an IRM lens? What opportunities are you missing to make your organization more resilient and successful? Until next time, stay curious, everyone.
That wraps up another episode of the Risk Wheelhouse. Thank you for spending time with us at Wheelhouse Advisors today. We hope you found the conversation insightful and actionable for your organization's risk strategies. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast platform, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Amazon Music. If you're looking for more in-depth analysis and thought leadership on risk technology, be sure to visit the Risk Tech Journal at therisktechjournal.com. It's your go-to source for comprehensive articles, expert interviews, and the latest trends shaping the industry. Subscribe today to stay informed. For any inquiries or feedback, please contact us directly at info@wheelhouseadvisors.com, or feel free to connect with us on LinkedIn and x.com and share your thoughts or suggestions for future topics. Visit wheelhouseadvisors.com for more information and resources. Thanks again for joining us. Until next time, navigate wisely.